Do you want to hear something no one ever dared to tell you before? You are living someone else's dream. Yes, you. You are sleepwalking through a life choreographed by invisible hands, each step measured, each word rehearsed, each desire filtered through the lens of what will be accepted, admired, applauded. But here's the secret. You don't need a prison to be imprisoned. Sometimes all it takes is a smile that doesn't reach your eyes, a job that feeds your wallet but starves your soul, a silence where your truth should have spoken. Do you feel it? That quiet ache beneath your ribs. It's not anxiety, it's not exhaustion. It's the silent rebellion of a self you've buried under layers of performance. It's your essence banging on the walls of your own design, whispering, "This isn't who we are." And the cruel irony? No one asked you to live like this. No one demanded your sacrifice. You volunteered. You made yourself small to fit into rooms you didn't even want to enter. You muted your voice so others could feel comfortable. You abandoned your wildness to be called respectable. And now you wonder why the mirror feels like a stranger. But let me ask you, what part of your life is truly yours? Which dreams were born in your own heart, and which were planted there by parents, peers, a culture that rewards masks over meaning? They told you that control was the answer, that if you planned enough, achieved enough, perfected enough, you could outrun chaos. But here's the truth they never included in the brochure. Control is a beautiful illusion. It's a leash you tie around your own neck, mistaking it for a lifeline. The tighter you pull, the more you lose breath. You think that by scripting every move, you're protecting yourself, but all you're doing is rehearsing for a life that never premieres. Have you noticed it? That hollow echo inside you, even when things go right. That strange emptiness after a compliment. That nagging doubt after a victory. It's because you're not living your life, you're performing it. Success, relationships, even your inner voice, contaminated by the desperate need to be perceived a certain way. But the more you seek validation, the more you abandon your center. There was a time when you knew who you were. Before the roles, before the filters, before the world taught you to edit yourself down to a marketable version. You knew you were. But now, you've become a collection of shoulds. What would happen if you let go? Not in some reckless, self-destructive spiral, but with sacred intent, with clarity. What if you released your grip on the image, the plan, the expectation? What if, just for a moment, you allowed yourself to exist, without trying to be anything at all? That's not failure, that's freedom. And freedom is not chaos, it's not apathy, it's authenticity. Michel de Montaigne, alone in his tower centuries ago, understood something most still refuse to see. The soul does not need more achievements. It needs space, silence, solitude, room to breathe without being watched. Montaigne didn't abandon the world. He chose to meet himself, fully, painfully, honestly. He saw that detachment is not disengagement. It is the refusal to be consumed, the quiet rebellion against becoming a product for public consumption. So I'll ask you, what would your life look like if no one were watching? If there were no audience, no applause, no algorithms feeding you approval? Would you still do what you do? Would you still want what you want? Because if the answer is no, then maybe you've never really lived. Not truly. Not yet. Here's the truth. You can't fake your way into peace, and you can't schedule authenticity between meetings. You either choose to let go, or you choose to wither slowly beneath the weight of who you think you're supposed to be. Yes, the leap is terrifying. Yes, detaching from your curated identity will feel like death, but what dies isn't you, it's the illusion. And only when the illusion collapses can the real you emerge. Not perfect, not polished, but present. Will it cost you? Yes, it will cost you everything that was never truly yours. The relationships built on performance, the goals that were never your own, the image that demanded more than it gave. But what you gain is breath, space, stillness, truth. And what is truth if not the permission to exist as you are, without needing to explain, impress, or apologize? Most people won't make this journey. They'll choose the predictable pain of a life half-lived over the sacred discomfort of becoming real. But maybe you're different. Maybe something in you has already started to crack open. Maybe you're ready to stop watching your life like a film and start inhabiting it. Raw, flawed, beautiful. So what will it be? Another year of silent suffocation? Or a single moment of honest freedom? This is the fork in the road. One path loops endlessly through the familiar. The other leads into the unknown, where no promises are made, except that what you'll find there will finally be yours. And that's the philosophy of detachment. Not the cold rejection of life, but the radical act of coming home to yourself. Because in the end, freedom doesn't mean having no boundaries. It means no longer mistaking your cage for a sanctuary. If something in you stirred while listening, if a quiet voice whispered, This is what I've been needing to hear, then don't stop here. Watch this next video, where we go even deeper into the journey of self-reclamation and inner truth. Because the path doesn't end with letting go. That's just where it finally begins.